Welcome to today's show. I'm your host, Mike Slinkard. Today, we're headed across the ocean to Hawaii, specifically the island of Lanai. You know, this is a special place where axis deer roam freely across the landscape and where man is the only predator. We thought it'd be a great summer trip to hone some of our spot and stalk skills on the wariest deer species that there is. As always, we're shooting our PSE bows, and we have a super group of guys with us on this hunt. So it's going to be a great trip. And as always, we'll show it all just like it happened right here on Hunting with HECS.
Hunting is about getting close. Really close. Get closer than you ever thought was possible.
When you have a cameraman and you setting out in a dirt field like this, you can get away with so much with this HECS on.
You know, I was a skeptic. I'm not a skeptic anymore.
What an animal.
We showcase the science of getting close right here on Hunting with HECS.
Hunting with HECS is brought to you by PSE Archery. Arizona Archery Enterprises, manufacturers of quality archery products. Sonics, undetectable, undeniable. Victory Archery, the carbon arrow experts. Nocturnal lighted nocks, illumination that lasts for 20 plus hours. Shinex, fusing night vision and thermal in one affordable optic. Tacticam, share your hunt. Spot Hog, the world's toughest archery products. Avila Safaris, book your hunt. And by HECS Stealth Screen, the evolution of concealment.
On this first hunt, I'm stalking along a brushy creek bottom when I spot some axis deer bedded in the shade. It's early in the hunt, so I decide to sneak in to see just how close I can get. As I got in closer, I could see more and more axis deer all around the area. These deer are extremely wary and like to stay in large herds, and trying to get past the dozens of sets of eyes is amazingly tough. This was a new test for me using HECS technology, but as I pushed forward, I could see I was getting away with an awful lot. As I closed in, I spot a good management buck in an open area that would allow me to shoot if I could get close enough. Well, I finally made it within 40 yards of this buck, but he was bedded, laying straight at me. That's a low percentage shot with a bow and one that I don't take. So I decided, with all the deer around me and no more cover, that I would just sit and wait him out and see what would happen. Well, I waited and I waited, but those deer were completely content laying there in the shade. Finally, after over an hour, my patience wore thin and I decided to try to make something happen, knowing full well there was a deer just off to my left. I knew that he was only 25 yards away and the wind was quartering kind of towards him. My hope was that even if the deer spooked, it might cause my buck to stand and present a shot. My plan worked perfectly, and the buck even turned broadside when he stood up. But unfortunately, it didn't give me quite enough time to make a good shot. Still, it was a great encounter and a great stalk, and I knew that HECS was going to work on these axis deer as long as we could keep the wind in our favor. We were there for, I don't know, an hour, maybe hour and a half, and finally patience got the best of me. I moved in a little bit more. There was a deer to my left that I knew could see me move, and I knew he'd get up, but the problem is he'd get up and barked, and when that one stood, he just didn't stand long enough to give me a shot. But it was still a lot of fun, but it shows you what you can do. I mean, wide open axis deer are the most jumpy deer on the planet. And I mean, we were 40 yards. It was duck soup shot, you know, so. But like I said, I've been bow hunting a long time. I don't take head-on shots ever. So it's just the way it is. So let's go find a big one.
HECS is excited to offer our first dedicated outerwear system. Our new premium quality outerwear pant, coupled with a HECS hooded shirt with integrated face cover, is the ultimate HECS system for any hunting situation. You can find this system on our website as a pre-built system, or you can customize this system even further using our new build-your-own system option. The hooded shirt comes with an integrated face mask, a convenient front pocket, thumb holes, and is the perfect HECS outerwear piece for these cooler days in the field. It comes in both HECS style camo patterns as well as a two-tone version. Brand new to the HECS lineup is our outerwear pants. These will be the most comfortable hunting pants you will ever wear. And of course, they have the HECS patented technology woven right in. They feature a super comfortable, action-cut, quiet fabric, ample pocket space, and a zippered leg pocket for your HECS accessories or your cell phone. This is a high-quality pant that replaces the need for an additional HECS layer in order to get the full HECS advantage. They come in both HECS Style Anywhere and HECS Style Green Camo, as well as an olive brown. This is quickly becoming our best-selling system. You can check it out on our website along with other great HECS products and accessories. Don't delay. We expect these systems to sell out fast.
Welcome back to Hunting with HECS. This week, the crew is taking on free-range axis deer on the Hawaiian island of Lanai. Mike has already proven that the HECS technology is going to work, but it is Scott Eastman who takes it one step farther.
HECS CEO Scott Eastman is along on this trip, and they're on a different part of the island having just as much fun. He and his guide spotted a decent herd of deer, and they're trying to close the distance and get into bow range.
Well, there were deer everywhere, and with so many eyeballs, it was impossible to avoid being seen. But like we say over and over, HECS doesn't make you invisible, but it does confuse the senses and helps keep animals calmer. So even though these deer see Scott and his guide clearly, they don't register them as a serious threat. This allows Scott to keep moving forward and take advantage of their confusion. Finally, Scott takes aim and lets one fly.
Well, here is another perfect example of the HECS advantage. The deer saw something moving, but without the accompanying electrical field that the deer used to associate that movement with a living being, they were unsure about what they were seeing. As a result, Scott was able to successfully navigate through the herd of deer and take this awesome Lanai axis buck.
Spot and stalk axis deer. Holy smokes, that's fun.
You want a challenge?
Oh.
This is your challenge. And you've accepted the challenge and exceeded every possibility.
You know, the good thing is I've always been lucky. I've always been lucky. And in combination with HECS, where it gives you that little bit of extra time, because I think everyone was surprised. That's not supposed to happen.
It's not supposed
that
to
out
happen.
in the open with axis.
If you're looking for a HECS system, come visit our new website, where you have the option to build your own system from any of the HECS clothing to match your particular hunting style. Or choose from one of our convenient pre-built systems specifically designed to cover you in HECS technology in every season. Our most popular HECS system is our base layer. The base layer is a lightweight semi-thermal material designed to be worn under your regular hunting clothing or over the top. It comes in the original olive green, as well as our new HECS Style Anywhere and HECS Style Green digital camo patterns to match any terrain. The material features a highly electrically conductive carbon grid woven into the polyester-based cloth. The grid blocks your body's electrical field. The suit is designed to be worn under your regular camo or over the top as an outer layer. The technology is effective either way. All complete HECS systems include 3 pieces. These essential pieces include a HECS pant, HECS top, and HECS head cover. You may use any combination of appropriate HECS products to achieve the goal of covering as much of your body as possible with HECS technology. The shirt is a quarter zip Henley with rugged serge stitching, embroidered HECS logo, and thumb holes. The form-fitting pants have rugged serge stitching throughout, and the heavy elastic waistband and cuff ensure they stay in place. They also feature a convenient fly. The head cover has a hemmed eye hole, adjustable drawstring in the back, and is very easy to use. Additional accessories are sold separately and include the HECS hat, our versatile multi-rag that can be worn in a variety of ways, camo gloves made of a lightweight, stretchy material in matching camo, and a heavyweight over-the-calf sock. And of course, all of the accessories have the HECS grid woven right in. Order right now and use the promo code to save on your order of a complete HECS suit. Visit our website to learn more about our full line of clothing and accessories, as well as our fit guarantee for worry-free ordering.
We'll be back with more Axis deer hunting right after this. Welcome back to Hunting with HECS. The HECS crew is on the Hawaiian island of Lanai this week, chasing free-range axis deer. They even had some time to mix it up a bit with the locals.
One of the really cool aspects of this hunt for me was sharing camp with world-renowned surfer Shane Dorian. Shane is a legend in big wave surfing, and he's also one of Hawaii's top bow hunters. You know, he's a veteran axis hunter, and he's trusted HECS technology to increase his success for several years now.
Soon he spotted a good management buck bedded in some grass, and Shane didn't take long to put a plan together for this buck. Well, Shane moves quickly on this buck, and soon he's set up for a shot at only 27 yards. As you can see, this deer has no idea the kind of danger he's in. Shane made a great shot, and it was a quick recovery.
Yeah, we got the buck down, made a really good shot on him. He didn't go far at all. Ranged him at 27 yards and made a good shot, but he had no idea we were even in the same country as him. We're using this HECS stealth screen, and man, we just pretty much ran right up to this buck. He had no clue that we were there and made a nice shot, and I'm just so stoked, man.
You know, axis deer meat is some of the best in the world, and since hunters are the only population control here on Lanai, they encourage hunters to take does. You know, I always jump at the chance to get more axis in the freezer. It was late in the day, and I'd been stalking a decent buck when this doe stepped out in front of me, and I decided to take her home.
Well, here she is right here. Nice doe. Axis, this is what's been yelling at us. So they're awesome to eat, and you get to shoot some does here, so they actually want you to shoot a few because there's so many. So axis on the ground and on the grill.
If you're looking for a HECS system, come visit our new website, where you have the option to build your own system from any of the HECS clothing to match your particular hunting style. Or choose from one of our convenient pre-built systems specifically designed to cover you in HECS technology in every season. The original HECS suit is very lightweight, breathable, and versatile enough to be used in almost any hunting situation. The HECS systems consist of 3 pieces. These essential pieces include a HECS pant, HECS top, and HECS head cover. You may use any combination of appropriate HECS products to achieve the goal of covering as much of your body as possible with HECS technology. All HECS hunting products are now available in our new HECS Style Anywhere and HECS Style Green digital camo patterns to match any terrain. The material features a highly electrically conductive carbon grid woven into the polyester base cloth. The grid blocks your body's electrical field. The suit is designed to be worn under your regular camo or over the top as an outer layer. The technology is effective either way. The original pants are cut similar to sweatpants, with an elastic waistband, elastic cuffs on the bottom, side pockets, and a convenient fly. The pullover shirt features thumb holes, serge stitching, and an embroidered logo. The head cover has a hemmed eye hole, adjustable drawstring in the back, and is very easy to use. Additional accessories are sold separately and include the HECS hat, our versatile multi-rag that can be worn in a variety of ways, camo gloves made of a lightweight, stretchy material in matching camo, and a heavyweight over-the-calf sock. And of course, all of the accessories have the HECS grid woven right in. Order right now and use the promo code to save on your order of a complete HECS suit. Visit our website to learn more about our full line of clothing and accessories, as well as our fit guarantee for worry-free ordering.
The access deer hunting keeps getting better, and you'll see it all right after this. It's time once again for this week's HECS Close-Up.
This week's HECS Close-Up is brought to us by Trevor Harrison at H&H Outdoors. Trevor and his buddy Bobby Higgins are avid HECS users, and they have plenty of close-up encounters to tell us about.
We've had some great experiences using our HECS suits. When we first purchased them, we wondered how good are these suits really. And the more we tested them, the more we found out that they are the real deal. We've had deer within 7 yards of us. We've had animals follow us through the woods, not being able to recognize us. But on opening day of turkey season is probably one of the most memorable and funny experiences that we've had. We were changing locations between two gobblers and we ran up on a fox squirrel. We're probably about 40 yards away from it to start with, and then we thought, well, let's see how close we can actually get to this thing. So we started easing toward him. We kept getting closer and closer and closer, and we looked at each other kind of in amazement because we ended up 4 feet from him. And he would run off and come back. We just couldn't recognize what we were. He could hear us and see us. We never could figure out if we were in danger. And we finally ended up spooking him off and being silly, but we realized that whether it's deer or turkey, nothing can recognize or relate to the danger when you're in these suits. It's like you're invisible. This is definitely going to be a product that's in our arsenal for a long time to come.
Well, HECS may not make you invisible, but as Trevor just said, it will allow you to have more closer interactions with wildlife than you ever thought was possible. Thanks again to Trevor Harrison and Bobby Higgins for bringing us this week's HECS Close-Up.
Now we're going to tag along with my daughter Caitlin and I. You know, we both switch off on the camera and bow regularly, but on this particular day, it was my turn to shoot. Well, as usual, we located a sizable herd in the waist-high grass. The deer were only visible for brief glimpses as they moved through the brush, but we knew they were there, so we slowly stalked closer. Before long, we were surrounded by deer, but we had no way to stay hidden from all those eyes. All we could do was move slowly and ease closer to the good buck that we saw a few minutes earlier. Even though we were covered up in deer, we were able to get within bow range without a single alarm bark from the rest of the group. Well, here we see the HECS technology at work again. There should have been alarm barks going off all around us in that situation. But with the HECS advantage, we were able to remain virtually undetected long enough for me to ease into bow range and make a good shot. Well, my shot was good, and the deer didn't go far.
Well, that was cool. We coming out across this wide open stuff. There's axis deer all over this. I mean, literally all over. And we were standing there glass. We looked over, and here come an ice management buck around. Come out there. Just a little under 60 yards. Had no idea we were within 1,000,000 miles. Looked like a pretty good shot. I think he went down right over here. Well, here he is, my first axis deer, and I tell you, we have had more fun here in Hawaii. We had Alec is out here showing us all these things. There are literally, must be thousands at least, of deer out here everywhere, and it's wide open, and we're doing all spot and stock. So, you know, of course, I had Caitlin with me, which made it extra special, but there's actually 4 of us. Rex is behind the camera right now. Out here in the wide open, we were looking at some bucks way up here, and looked over, and a doe was coming out, and this management buck followed her right out and was able to make a real nice shot on him. He had no idea we were within 1,000,000 miles. Went, I don't know, 80 yards and tipped over. We have a new sponsor called ShineX. You know, the ShineX product line has some amazing new features that are completely rewriting the book on affordable night hunting optics. We're able to offer the ShineX product line directly to our customers through our sister company, Nix Hunting. Through the nixhunting.com website, we can offer you the best prices available with free shipping, as well as some special incentives that no one else can offer. So log on to nixhunting.com, that's NYX hunting.com, and learn more about this amazing technology. You know, the island of Lanai is a very special place, and we were excited to be able to share some of the bow hunting memories that we made there. The axis deer on Lanai are some of the most wary game animals I've ever pursued with a bow, but we could clearly see the HECS advantage, and it helped us take some great animals and put some of the world's best game meat in the freezer. One thing I can tell you with certainty is that the HECS crew will be returning anytime we can for another go at these awesome animals. If you want to see more HECS adventures, subscribe to our YouTube page, HECS Stealth Screen at youtube.com. In the meantime, we'll keep pushing the limits and bringing it to you each week, just like it happened, right here on Hunting with HECS.
If you have an amazing HECS encounter you'd like to share, give us a call or go online. If we use it on the air, you'll be in the running to win an exciting hunting trip with the HECS crew. You can find out more on our website. While you're online, make sure to take a minute and check us out on our social media sites as well.